What is up, everybody? This is Lyle, No Hippie Trucking and Transportation. I am not wanting to sit on no load, no 4 extra days. You know what I'm saying? Had a lot of comments. You should work for a place that treats you better. You should do this. You should do that. Listen, if there was a better option or someplace I think I'd like better, I would do that, but I just don't see it. That being the case, I am coming at you from the mobile, or I think it's called the Pole Travel Plaza in Grand Ledge, Michigan. I-96, exit 86. If you're in the area, this is a must-stop to place. There's a speedway across the street and a Flying J and Love's back the other direction. It's right before you get down into all the congestion down there in Grand Rapids. Highly suggest this place here. So, in terms of sitting on that load for all them days, you know, I obviously thought it was an option, but I obviously have faith in my fleet manager, and my fleet manager put me in a better situation than I was in. So, I had the load I was going to be delivered. Now, this message came in last night, but I'd been up like 36, 38 hours, somewhere in there. So when I shut down, I crashed out. I didn't wait. I got that good sleep. You know, when you get that sleep and you wake up and you think that you slept past your appointment, and then you're like, oh, I still got like 7 more hours to sleep. So I had that kind of sleep yesterday. So I missed the message that came in. But the message was, hey, Lyle, when you get done with that load, go ahead and drop your trailer down at our terminal in Decatur, Indiana. Boom. Cool with that. Then, as soon as I got up this morning, about ready to head out to my receiver, I got a message giving me a load. Picking up at that same place, coming back up to Michigan, except this is going to be in, I think they're close together. This is actually in Grand Rapids. I think my last load was in Byron Center Township or something like that. But coming right back up here, and actually it works out a little better and puts me in a place that I like more. You know, rather than delivering in Cleveland, I'm delivering right back up here in Michigan. And anybody that knows me knows I love all this. You know, if I can get on one of them little runs where I pick up in Michigan and drive over to Wisconsin or Illinois and kind of bounce back and forth like that, I love it. So this worked out in my favor. Now, the only thing I really don't want is to go up to Reed City or to or that Hershey place. Those would be places I don't want. What I do want is the produce coming out of Livonia. That's the load I'm hoping I get, or just anything that bounces me around between Illinois, Wisconsin, Minnesota, you know, all that stuff, provided the weather doesn't get too bad. But if it does, I'll just sit it out. So I know that it may not be anybody's intent, but for me to be 55 years old and having somebody trying to tell me what they think is best for me after all these years I've been on this earth, it's a little insulting. I'm just going to tell you. And it's not just as easy as it looks. It might be easy if that was something I wanted to do, if I didn't have 4 trucks over here at Prime. It might be a whole lot easier to walk away if I didn't have 1 truck paid off over here at Prime. It's just not as easy as just, you know. And I've said it a million times, and people, you know, I don't know if they think I'm lying about it. I am more focused on what I do with my money than the amount of money. So, you know, a lot of you guys just get into this whole thing where, oh, truck drivers make all this money and all this kind, which, you know, could be true, not true. I mean, you know, I've heard some ignorance like going to college is stupid. You know, I guess it all depends on who your circle of friends is, because all my friends that went to college are in professions that are making more than the average person. And I'm saying that to get to the point that once I got into banking and then into mortgages, and I had a chance to look at people's financial statements, income and net worth had very little to do with each other. Obviously, it's easier if you have the same mental acuity in terms of investing and things like that, making more money. But it seemed like the people that I looked at that were out there just, more focused on what they did with their money than driving this car or having that motorcycle or taking this trip or doing whatever. Those were the guys that I patterned myself after. So even if I was to go somewhere and there are plenty of times when I was in the mortgage industry and I heard people, they're making $500,000 over here. They're making $275,000 over here. It's easy to chase the money. Like I said, chase the habit. For all you young people out there, do not get caught up in all this, how much money. You know what? Stack some money away. Just a little at a time. That'll do it. Because you don't want to be one of these guys out here that made all the money and then it's time to shut it down and retire and they ain't got no money, but they got a nice Harley. Hopefully they invested in a nice house. I will say that is almost a foolproof investment, even in the worst of times. Anyway, that's beyond the point. It's just, I find it insulting when I have somebody trying to tell me what to do or what's best for me, because they really don't know everything. All right. Like I said, I'm not taking it the wrong way. But sometimes I got to talk like a Gen Xer and not come off like a millennial or Gen Z trying to tell you how my emotions and my feelings and all that stuff are. So, deliver tomorrow. Oh, and a better delivery time. I was going to have to drive all the way down to Cleveland, which wasn't that far, but deliver like 5 in the morning down there. I got a 0800 appointment tomorrow morning. I'm 43 miles away. I was about to get even closer. And I was sitting here contemplating. I could have gone about another, what am I at? I could have gone another 20 miles, got 20 miles closer, and been at like a what do they call that? The one fuel stop. I don't even go there. So whichever ones used to be Flying J and all that kind of stuff. I could have got closer. But this place was so nice. And I'm reading the reviews. They're talking about how good the coffee is in the morning. I was like, bet. I could just get up when I get up tomorrow. And I don't think I can get there more than an hour early at this place, according to the reviews. So I'm about to shut it down, get some more of that good sleep, hopefully, and go from there. But that being said, I do appreciate you guys stopping by No Hippie Trucking and Transportation as always. Comment, subscribe, and I'm out.